Well, I've been putting this off for a minute. Simply because I don't want to talk about this. Nobody wants to talk about this, but it is what it is. You know, it's the journey. It's part of the process. And as you may have guessed, I am not going to Tokyo. That's what this video is about. There's a process to things. There's the way things need to happen, and COVID really put a wrench in this, folks, so to say. So basically, I'm going to tell you what happened. It's been an absolutely amazing process leading up to where I'm at right now. 12 years into my injury at the end of this month, well, and the next month, and then probably about 7 years competitive on the bike right now, I would say. And I've learned a lot. I've really learned a lot, and I'm still learning every single day, but I can finally say that I'm at a point now where I feel confident that going forward, it'll be very, very good. Basically, at the end of 2019, I had a lot of momentum, and running into 2020, things were very uncertain, whether it was in terms of COVID, in terms of where I stood in my career as a cyclist, whether it's on Team Ontario or the national program, because I was named a development athlete to the national team program. But again, COVID really ruined a lot of things, so the program didn't end up really going forward. So I stayed with Team Ontario, and basically the process is leading up to the Paralympics. You're like 2 years out. You basically start traveling the world, go to these UCI sanctioned events, and basically these events you get points at, and when you get these points, you're basically putting them in your bank for when it's time for the Paralympics to come. So when the Paralympics come around and it's time for everybody to get looked at to see who should really go based on performances and these points, you need those points. I didn't have any of those points really, because I haven't traveled internationally. I've only had a couple UCI sanctioned races, and I didn't place or win, so you can only get so many points. So what I'm trying to say is that going into 2020, there is a very slim chance that I was going to make the Paralympics, but at the end of the day, I never ever count myself out, especially with the gains that I had been making. Earlier in 2019, I had achieved the B standard, so there's an A standard and a B standard. I achieved the B standard for the Canadian national team in the H3 category, which after that I got reclassified because I basically became a little bit stronger, regained a little bit more abs, and so now I'm an H4. So again, that was one of the things that set me back a little bit, because although I had done what I needed to do by the national time standard and stuff like that, there was still so much more for me to do. So it really is a process, and I cannot thank everybody enough that has supported me over the past 7 years, because you see the training, you see the traveling, you see the money, and well, you don't see the money, but you're wondering what's going on. Why aren't you making it anywhere? Why aren't you not getting fast? Well, I'm getting faster, but why are you not at the Paralympics yet? You know, it wasn't 2016, it wasn't 2020. So what the heck is really going on? But basically, this is what's happening. It's a process. I can't do anything about it except continue to train, keep my head up, push forward, because when that door knocks, you better be ready to answer it. And so, as I mentioned a little bit earlier, I'm finally in a spot where I feel that I'm super strong. I just raced a 25-kilometer time trial 2 weekends ago, and I averaged about 35 kilometers an hour. So that puts me, that's one of my faster races ever. I'm very happy, and that's after not racing for pretty well a year and a half. Just training indoors by myself, no training camps really. We had one training camp, and that was the weekend before. So there's a lot to be done still, a lot of work, and I cannot thank people enough, like my sponsors. I've had amazing sponsors over the past few years, and you guys have really gotten me to where I need to go. Whether it's corporate sponsors like Propel Physiotherapy, that's back on for another year. Thank you so much. K&K Recycling, And I just, I'm not going to get into it, but the community, everybody that came out to the gala, when you guys came out to the gala and I raised all that money, it basically set me up for that entire 2019 year to just focus on cycling solely, not speaking, not traveling to do this or traveling to do that. And I crushed it. I was so happy that year, and it just goes to show that when you can focus solely on one thing, you're going to get to your goal a lot faster. But this is a little bit longer than I thought it was going to be, and I just want to say thank you guys again from the bottom of my heart, because I'm not done yet. I am not done yet. I'm just getting stronger, faster. I don't even want to say too much, I'm just going to let the results and everything will speak for itself. So stay tuned. Big things are coming.